For the first time in their history, Crystal Palace greeted as leaders of the First Division. And while, of course, it is very early days, there's a developing blend of skill and steel, of which all championship sides are made. And what makes the side particularly interesting is the fact that 6 of that lineup developed from the Youth Cup winning teams. Paulo Ardiles. Both the Argentine players in the Spurs lineup this afternoon. Here's an Irishman, Armstrong. Here's Villa. Oh, worth a try. Oh! And how it was worth a try. Really snapshot from Vicky Villa. Early celebration for Tottenham and their supporters. Burridge, and John Burridge, who hadn't actually touched the ball, is beaten on the near post by a real rocket. Hilaire. Ardiles to him, but not really quite in time. Now he is, but fouled him. And an opportunity for the substitution to be made. It's Swindlehurst who's coming off and to be replaced by the young Welshman in Walsh. And Walsh will have 19 minutes to play to turn defeat into at least a draw. Walsh. Murphy. Flanagan promising. Here's Walsh. Staines to him. And it's in! Well, some substitutions work and some don't. And that's a plus for Terry Venables and Alan Harris. And Danes looking dejected as they celebrate on the bench. Walsh said where he wanted the ball to be returned to. He got a flick off Danes, but it went in to tie it up at 1-1. And Terry Venables has to sit down, and that might be fairly difficult in the closing stages of this match. Dave Horn, the experienced campaigner, on the right. Conducting of the orchestra goes on, the time comes out, and what are the odds now on Palace? Listen to the response and look at it from the crowd.
Well, here is Malcolm Allison today. It's ironic, really, that today we shall see him sitting on the bench at Selhurst Park, because during his time here as a manager, he was banned from taking up that position and had to sit in a director's box. And just look at the welcome that he's getting from the Palace fans here. In fact, earlier today he was saying to me, it's almost like coming home. Cannon's there. Very different sort of corner, and it didn't really begin to come off. It was meant to reach in air, but didn't do so. Venables very happy indeed with the way that Palace have been playing, even though they haven't been picking up quite the number of points they picked up at the start of the season. They've won 5 games now without a win. But that's a goal by Walsh. Well, I wonder whether Corrigan will blame himself for that. It was hit firmly by Walsh, that's for sure, but it was, without question, Joe Corrigan got his hands to it, and it just crept over the line. Palace 1, Manchester City 0. The scorer is Ian Walsh. Down Silkman over there at the bench having a word with Malcolm Allison about something. Maybe he didn't want Nick Reed to go. Playing it forward. In fact, Swindlehurst just played onside there by Ransom. It's Ransom who comes across there, and that looks like a corner. He's caused a few problems by his determination, his running, and his strength. Was Dave Swindlehurst this afternoon, and Mick Hayton has had his hands full for really most of the game. So it's a corner then, which Steve Kemper's going to take. Cannon and Hinchelwood are up. And it's Murphy swinging it in there. And headed off the line. Cannon's header. And Swindlehurst has put it in. Well, they thought they got over their immediate crisis, City. There's a shot that shows the joy of scoring. As the header went in from Cannon, it was knocked off the line by Ray Ranson, but he got no length on it, and Swindlehurst was able to turn and whack it into the roof of the net.
Eddie Gray trying to work the 1-2. Now Hurd, it's open up for Kevin Hurd. A goal for Leeds.
Palace bench on the left, the Palace substitute Terry Fenwick. And now Hilaire. That's a good run, that's a good pass to Walsh. A chance for him here, he delayed for a moment, and it's gone in! Oh, the mistake was Shilton's. Walsh has put Palace into the lead, and a collector's item too, because somehow, although it was crowded there, and Walsh did well to check and then find a way to get a shot in, a collector's item because look at Peter Shilton there, and into the back of the net, just over the line in fact. Palace 1, Nottingham Forest 0. Final whistle. Up go the arms and up go the cheers from the Palace fans. Their team of one. They've beaten Nottingham Forest 1-0 with Ian Walsh, scorer of the only goal. And that could be a very important win for Crystal Palace, who've got Liverpool to come next week at Anfield. But they learned a lot about themselves today. Forest, not quite the side they were of 12 months ago, but any scalp against the European champions is one worth having. A really fiercely competitive game, and two goalkeepers showing their camaraderie as they go off as well.
Walsh. Hilaire hitting it first time, Swindlehurst chasing it. Alan Kennedy the defender. In quickly, Palace throw. It's young Jerry Murphy. First half now going into the time that Mr. Peck will add on, and it could well be something between 2 and 3 minutes. Hilaire. Case. Johnson to McDermott, and now they're on the move. McDermott to Dalglish, Ray Kennedy outside him. Dalglish's control was marvellous there as he hooked that down, but the defenders are back, but still there might be a way through. No, Hinchelwood has cleared it, only as far as Neil. Forward come Liverpool once more. Souness. Wow, there are 4 men in the middle, if Johnson can find one with a cross. Case with the header. Patiently, and you felt that sooner or later it had to happen. Johnson plays the cross, a flick with the head by Case, and it has beaten Burridge all ends up. Jimmy Case's third goal of the season puts Liverpool 1-0 in front in the time that is added on just before the interval. Hinshelwood on the near post. Francis just behind Burridge there. Case to take the corner. That was by Johnson. Clearance by Francis. Back in again by Hansen. Cannon heading it straight up in the air. Dalglish challenging. Gilbert there. Dalglish trying to smuggle his way through. And then chip it away from Burridge. What an astonishing goal by Kenny Dalglish. A mixture of cheek and genius. There really didn't seem a goal on there. He's battling away with 1, 2, 3 players round him and still manages to beat John Burridge as he plunges across. Oh, that was some goal. And Kenny Dalglish's smile is a smile to warm a cold winter's day. Cannon. Souness. Ray Kennedy, nobody guarding him over there, and they're all now streaming into the middle. Johnson and McDermott gets it. Came out of nothing and put away with clinical simplicity. Burridge bewildered, and well he might be. They gave Ray Kennedy so much space, and look at those 3 red shirts steaming in. Either of these two could have had the goal, and it was McDermott who claimed it. So that now is 3-0. Terry McDermott, his 8th goal of the season.
Well, it's a day for the young Crystal Palace side to shrug off the memory of 2 successive 3-0 defeats at Liverpool and at Brighton. And although Palace conceded those 6 goals, it's also really a day when their forwards have to start increasing their scoring rate. Only 1 goal in their last 5 games. To Proctor. Headley. Swept here for Cochrane. They're feeding Cochrane more and more. Well, they feel that without Sanson down that particular side, Palace might be a little bit weaker. Crossed in again, and a goal scored by Headley. Well, it worked with the move down the right-hand side, putting Middlesbrough into the lead. And when it's crossed in, it caught the Palace defence on the wrong foot, and Graham Headley was there with a simple side foot into the back of the net beyond John Burridge. Palace 0, Middlesbrough 1, with about 23 minutes gone. Nicholas, Cannon, Walsh. Cochrane got the better of him there. Here's Ramage. And now Cochrane. Proctor outside him, Hodgson in front of him. Headley. And Cochrane with a shot that's well safe. Can Hodgson get in there? He can! And it's 2-0 to Middlesbrough. And that really does mean serious trouble for Crystal Palace now. Well, Burridge certainly did everything that was possible to save that first shot. Pushed it wide, and Hodgson was there to score from a very sharp angle indeed, David Hodgson. Palace 0, Middlesbrough 2. And his first goal of the season as well. Well, if they can hit that quickly now, they might give themselves a chance. Penalty given as Pratt brings down Hilaire. Right by that byline. Certainly my impression was that the keeper there, who's looking absolutely distraught, that the keeper in fact did make a contact as Hilaire went flitting through. And now we shall see whether Jerry Francis can score from the spot to put Palace back in this game. A really vital moment. 2 down. But if they can bounce back quickly now, Who knows? So Jerry Francis against Jim Platt. And it's 2-1. Hit firmly into the roof of the net. And a throw to Crystal Palace. Hilaire brought down by Cochrane, and then, and Cochrane I think has been sent off, or has he just been told to get away from that situation? He's been sent off. Terry Cochrane has been sent off, and Middlesbrough will play the last 4 or 5 minutes of this game with only 10 men. He got a yellow card, did Cochrane, for 2 incidents of time wasting, and finally got the red card for a clash with Vince Hilaire, who himself, I think, got a yellow card there for his retaliation. Steve Coppell on the right played such an important part in England's impressive victory in Spain on Wednesday night, and Ray Wilkins on the left there was another outstanding success in Barcelona, and between them they fashioned that brilliant second goal for Trevor Francis. Hilaire. And now Coppell. Nicol. Quarter of an hour to half-time. Orbiston. Thomas. And Jordan with the header! 1-0 to Manchester United. A thundering header by Jordan. Well, that's little expression there says it all. A slick move down the left, and the cross slung in just the way Joe Jordan likes them. What a powerful header that was. Palace 0, Manchester United 1. Joe Jordan. A bit of shouting and arm waving going there on the Palace bench at the moment. Now it's Cannon. Now Hilaire. McElroy, Coppell. Oh, a little touch there. Coppell hoping to get on the end of it, but Fry again. Dived in there. Macari. Wilkins. Nicol. Thomas. Orbiston. Thomas. And they let fly, is he? What a goal! Mickey Thomas, 2-0. Well, you had a beautiful view of that. And he'd been thinking about that for a second or two before he'd hit it, and the chance was there, the range was right, the direction was absolutely perfect, beyond the flying David Fry, into the corner of the Crystal Palace net. Mickey Thomas the scorer, Crystal Palace 0, Manchester United 2. Is this the team that will win the Football League Championship of 1980? Liverpool led by their skipper Phil Thompson. Or is this the side that will keep Liverpool waiting a little longer? Crystal Palace with Jim Campbell. Palace coming out to salute their supporters, their last home league game of the season, their first back into the First Division, They finish in a mid-table position, consolidating nicely, but face a formidable task today. So a full house at Selhurst Park as the First Division season reaches its climax, and a ground where the Liverpool manager Bob Paisley says that if pressed, he would rather win here today than at Villa Park in the Cup replay against Arsenal on Monday. A win for Liverpool, particularly if Manchester United slip up, almost certainly means the title stays on Merseyside. And for Crystal Palace, before they start to kick in, the player of their year is the defender Paul Hinshelwood, being roundly supported by his teammates and the fans alike. Souness in quickly and finding Hansen. A few specks of rain about lunchtime may quicken the surface a little bit, and there's a lovely pass from Kennedy now for Fairclough, flicked in there with the outside and pushed away well by Burridge. A lovely little flick by Fairclough with the outside of his boot, and Neil battling away there, and back it goes to Burridge, and Burridge really had to be at his best there. A lovely ball from Kennedy, and what a superb little flick in there by Fairclough, really causing Burridge to stretch. And certainly Liverpool in this opening 18 minutes or so have looked very positive indeed in what they intend to do today. Walsh. Play for Hilaire, play back again, this time for Flanagan, onto the left foot and over the top. Oh, that was a lovely break, played it nicely there for Flanagan. Hinshelwood, hit high towards Walsh, beating Kennedy in the air. Flanagan's in there, Walsh is in there, and Clemens had to make a save down by the post, and Palace so nearly nosing themselves in front again. Really was a good reaction save there by Ray Clemens, right down by the post there from Ian Walsh.